Welcome to InspiredScripture.com, where we break down the key lessons of every chapter in the Bible to make them relevant to you. In this video, we'll be talking about Job chapter 39, which we've titled, From God's Creation of the Animals, 7 Things That God Provides for Believers. Job had asked a series of questions to God, and God responded at the end of the book with a series of questions back to Job. God's questions did not answer Job's questions, but instead God's questions were meant to make Job understand that God is in control even when Job doesn't understand the why. And in this chapter, God picks 7 animals that symbolizes things that God provides for us. So let's break them down. Lesson 1, the mountain goat. The mountain goat symbolizes God's control over the unseen for us. God asked a series of questions to Job about the mountain goat that included, do you know the time the mountain goats give birth? Do you observe the calving of the deer? Now, the mountain goat is an animal that few people can observe in the wild, and even fewer can observe as they give birth. They hide in crevices high in the mountains where they give birth to their young. But the point is that God is there in control and providing for these young calves in a way that they can survive in very austere environments. Within moments of their birth, they're able to stand, and within a short period of time, they can jump between rocks. More information is found on our website. The message is that God provides for us even when we can't see him doing so. Lesson 2, the wild donkey. The wild donkey symbolizes God's ability to free you from any sin or burden. And specifically, God asked questions that included, who sent the wild donkey out free? Who opened the bonds of the swift donkey? And these, among other questions, were meant to establish that the wild donkey is something that mankind cannot control. But God has the ability to free the donkey and control it and provide for it. It symbolized that if God can free a wild donkey and provide for it, he can free us from any burden or sin. Lesson 2, the wild ox. The wild ox symbolized God's sovereignty and his ability to give strength to any believer in time of need. Throughout the Bible, the ox was a symbol of strength, and God asked a series of questions about that to Job. He said, will the wild bull be able to serve you, or will he spend the night at the feeding trough? Meaning that it was not for mankind to control the wild ox on his own without great effort. But God can control the wild ox. He gives the wild ox its strength, and he can give us our strength in our time of need. Lesson 4, the ostrich. The ostrich was considered to be a strong, fast, but not too bright of an animal. And God asked a series of questions that mocked mankind's lack of understanding about the intelligence of the ostrich and commented how it had the ability to run away from a horse at high speed. And the message is that God gives all creation gifts to survive, including us. Lesson 5, the horse. The horse symbolizes God's ability to protect believers. God asked a series of questions about the horse that included, do you give the horse its strength? The horse is an animal of amazing ability. It has a heart almost 10 times that of a human and the ability to see at almost 360 degrees without swiveling its head. And the horse throughout the Bible was a symbol of strength and protection. And the symbol of the horse symbolizes God's ability to protect us from sin and harm when we turn to him. Lesson 6, the hawk. The hawk symbolizes God's amazing design and his ability to provide for us, symbolizing that he is trustworthy and we can depend upon him. It says that, is it by your understanding the hawk soars? And in these questions and others established that the hawk is an amazing animal that has amazing eyesight and the ability to navigate and see its prey and find its way in a way that we can't understand. Some creatures in the animal kingdom, some birds, are known to travel as far as 9,000 miles in one direction from the Arctic to Africa. More examples are found on our website. Finally, lesson 7, the eagle. The eagle symbolizes God's promise for future freedom and peace. God asked the question, is it at your command the eagle flies and makes his nest on high? Throughout many places, the soaring of an eagle was a description that symbolizes peace that God will provide for us. And the nesting on a rock symbolizes protection. meaning that God will provide for us peace and protection at some point when we trust in Him and we ultimately find salvation through Him. So these are the 7 key lessons. If you want to learn more, check out our website at inspiredscripture.com, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.